7:30 a.m., February 24th. Entering town of Twin Peaks, 5 miles south of the Canadian border, 12 miles west of the state line. Never seen so many trees in my life. Well, happy Twin Peaks Day to you. The video dropped today, guys. Listen, I appreciate it. Almost 100 views on the first day, first 12 hours, really. And thank you so much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it dropped today. The link is in the description of this video as well. So if you have not checked it out, bookmark that, watch it after this live. We are going to watch episode 4 tonight. And this one is a good one. It continues a little bit of that supernatural that we saw last night. And I have it all hooked up, ready to roll. There can be no messing around tonight. We're starting this thing in 2 minutes. So at 5 minutes and 34 seconds into this live, we're hitting that play button. We're going to watch episode 4 of season 1. It's amazing because after this episode, we're actually halfway through season 1. It's crazy. What's up, Blaze? Blaze has been dealing with a headache. If you win any giveaways, you'll give me your address. Yeah. Bro, I already got your address. So you're good there. But in all reality, no, seriousness? What's the word I got to use there? Actually, the Patreon and channel membership giveaway will be tomorrow night, 10:15. I will be live right here with Ryan Milky. We're going to be breaking down episode 1 of the new Walking Dead series, The Ones Who Live. I'm excited. I hope it's good because, listen, I've watched the Daryl Dixon one. It was fine. The Maggie and Negan, it was fine. It's just typical, you know. Yeah, there's those cool scenes in those shows, whatever. But I'll tell you what, The Walking Dead is Rick. So I'm really hoping they bring the heat with this series. It's funny. I was trying to figure out how many episodes there are. So on IMDb right now, it says there's 3 episodes. I have to believe there's more than 3. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, I'll be here every Sunday breaking down the new Walking Dead series. So stay tuned for that. And I said 5:34. We're starting this thing. So that is in 15 seconds. So what you need to do, guys, if you're going to watch this thing live with me as I react and break it down for you, is that you need to go to ParamountPlus.com, sign up for that free 1-week trial, or if you already subscribed, you're good to go. Now, if you do happen to hit those commercials, you just kind of got to fast forward to where we are in the live, because that's the only thing I can't help you with are commercials. So we're going to bring up the old timer up there. There it is, right there. And what you're going to do is when I hit play, we're going to watch the beginning intro to the show, episode 4. We're going to watch the amazing intro with the amazing music. And then we're going to go right into the episode, and we'll kind of talk about it throughout the episode, and we'll break it down at the end. Again, this is episode number 4, and here we go. We're going to start this thing up here. All right, so let's count this thing down here. So we're going to count it down. We're doing 5. Oh, and by the way, this episode, just in case, just make sure you're on the right episode. This is called Rest in Pain. Season 1, episode 4, Rest in Pain. All right, we're going to count this thing down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hit play. Go. All right. We have the amazing sequence here in the beginning. Like always. Gotta love it. All right. We're off and running here, guys. I can't believe this is the 4th day in a row I've been doing this, you know? It's crazy. And there is your amazing shot. population 51, 201. Actually, it was pretty awesome too over there on the old YouTube and TikTok and whatever you watch your short time. Kyle McLaughlin actually drove through where the sign was today, Twin Peaks, because remember on February 24th was actually when he arrived in Twin Peaks, and he just kind of just drove by, put up his thumb, and it would have been cool for him to stop by and maybe toss out a few autographs. But yeah, I get it, man. There's a ton of people there. But if you haven't seen that video and you're a Twin Peaks fan, definitely try to check that out over there on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, whatever. All right. So at the end of the last episode, we saw Cooper in the red room of the Black Lodge, where he kind of was talking to that little midget guy. So the midget is like the arm, and we're gonna see. Actually, next stream we do, the next episode is gonna be called the One-Armed Man. And the One-Armed Man we did meet very, very briefly a couple episodes ago, and he is a I don't want to do spoilers because we're kind of watching this like you never seen it. Um, but that little midget guy is kind of like his arm he lost. Let's just kind of throw it out like that. So, and then of course we have the beautiful Sherilyn Fenn, aka Audrey Horn, opening up this episode for us. What's up, Poppin? What's up, brother? If you want to watch any of it, bro, it's over in the StreamYard, so you can pop in if you like. So at the end of the last episode, he got a little letter under his door at the Great Northern. So he's trying to figure out who's handwriting it. So Horn's department store, they sell perfume and they yeah, you'll see. Yeah, Ronat actually worked there as well. So he had told Harry to meet him here at the end of the last episode because he had that crazy dream that we think is, and he supposedly knows who killed Laura Palmer now, so he's going to tell Harry. What's up, Christina? Of course you don't, Coop. It's interesting that Ben Horn is here right now. Like, why would he be there though? So Albert, we met last episode, and he's an FBI agent that he thinks he's very good at what he does. But he's very argumentative. Albert is great, dude. Oh, good old Albert. Albert really does have some of the best lines in the series. God rest his soul. He actually died. Gosh, like right after the return came out. He was either 17 or 18. Slowest punch of all time. He he's very similar in in return, but he's definitely matured, I guess, is the good maybe a good word to say it. He's probably in his 30s in this, so in the return he's what, 60, 55, 60, something like that. But um he's such a good character. Again, if you don't recognize him, he actually was in RoboCop. Yeah, so we talked yesterday about this television series, Invitation to Love. And I think what it is, it's David Lynch's it's his idea. Like, Twin Peaks is supposed to be like a soap opera, right? Because that's kind of how TV was back in the 80s and 90s. But he definitely wanted to change it, which we saw last episode. He definitely did, and we'll see more of this episode. Um, but it's funny because all of these characters are like watching this show. So Leland here is watching it, and you know, we've seen him, a couple people that watch it. Now, this is really interesting. So this is Madeline Ferguson. This is played by Cheryl Lee, who is Laura Palmer. So David Lynch loved her performance so much in the first few episodes that he wanted her to bring her to a main role. So she plays her cousin, Maddie. So Cheryl Lee plays like I ends up playing like three different characters total in this entire series. Very talented. Very talented. Yeah, so Hank is her husband who is in prison right now, and who's also part owner of the Double R. Hey, Kenneth. Maybe Hank doesn't have anything in the restaurant. 3 to 5 for manslaughter. Okay. Leo's a great guy. What's really funny is that Bobby's character from beginning to end, I guess you wanna call it, it's a huge turn. So I don't want to say too much, but yeah. If you're just joining us, we're about 16, 17 minutes into episode 4. The best place to find it is Paramount Plus. Channel members and Patreon members, I can actually send you a link. And basically, we're about 17 minutes in. So that's what the timer is that you see on the top left of the screen. And that's Bobby's mother, who's basically clueless. Yeah, so they saw him in the hospital when they went to see Ronette, and Hawk lost them, and they haven't seen him since. Mm. Oh, Albert, Albert, Albert. He's like, look, is trying to think. Him and Harry's banter are just it's classic. So it's interesting because you know Albert wanted to have more time to look at the body, but then they wanted to get the funeral. I'm really curious to see what the real law on that is. So yeah. So basically, Albert wants to file a lawsuit against Sheriff Truman for hitting him. If you don't remember last episode, Ed walked in full of grease and accidentally got the grease on Nadine's runners with the cotton balls that she was trying to use to make them silent, and it helped. So now she's kind of all back into him when she was basically pretty cold to him. I actually dug a little deeper too. I found a little information about the eye patch because I was really wondering. I know I said on I think it was the first night on the pilot episode. I don't think they ever really talk about the eye patch, but if you look into in some different texts, apparently it happened in a hunting accident. And the reason why Ed stays with her for all these years is because he feels guilty about it. Again, I don't think they ever actually say that in the show though. But I kind of wanted to know. I feel like I've heard that before too. But yeah, that's why she wears the eye patch. Also, remember that Ed is really in love with Norma. The problem is that they both married different people and they never had an opportunity to, get together. So once again, if you're new to the stream, welcome. We are watching this on Paramount Plus because of YouTube rules. I cannot stream it live. So the way a watch party works is that I have the timer in the upper left-hand corner running, so you know where I am in the episode. Please do not skip the intro because that is part of it. So we're about halfway through this episode at this point. And remember, James is this is a nephew, James, and James is in love with Laura. And we see that he is now dating Donna to a point. It's funny too. The first time we visited the Salish Hotel and Spa in Suquamish, Washington, we did not know that it was not used as the interior because the interior is actually filmed somewhere else. And then we were walking around looking for that little hidden door. Yeah, I remember that. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it's actually the interior of the hotel in the series is filmed somewhere different than where the outside of the Great Northern is shot. I actually took a picture of room 315, and then I realized, well, that's not really the real 315 that Cooper stayed at because it's completely different interior. And this might be the most crazy funeral you guys ever see. You can kind of see Cooper just kind of scoping out everybody. And this scene alone is what makes Fire Walk with Me so powerful because you really get to see what happened. Um, there's a lot of words that describe this series, but the way Bobby reacts right here and James and now what you're about to see, it's powerful stuff. I mean, there's her father, the casket's being lowered into the ground and he just jumps on it. It's really, it's powerful stuff here, guys. And what's crazy is that again, knowing what comes and what happens, and we haven't even it hasn't even started, you know. And it's funny to see Shelly doing this too, because of the hard life that she has. I've always found that scene interesting. Like she's making fun of it, and herself, she has this hard life with Leo, and obviously it's a way to cope. Um, but and this is a very interesting scene. I talk about this a little bit in my video essay. Yeah, so the Book House Boys is a secret society that they all kind of work together, although they're not all cops, obviously. Um, and Jacques Renault is, uh, like I said, this is him right here. He is a bartender, but this light obviously means don't come to work. And we'll find out much more about Jacques in the upcoming episodes. Leo Johnson, best husband ever. Oh, look what Shelly got. So there's the bloody shirt that Leo gave her to wash, and she kind of kept it, thinking it was gonna be important at some point. And he beat her in the I think it was the last episode or 2 episodes ago. I think it was 2 episodes ago, and because he thought she lost it. So that's kind of where we are with there. Again, this is Josie Packard. She now owns the Packard Mill, sawmill, because her husband Andrew died in a boating accident about a year and a half ago, and they've been secretly seeing each other for about the last 6 weeks. So Pete Martell helped Josie get the books last episode, and I think that they're not going to be there this time. Yeah. Oh, I love Pete Martell. He's such a good character. So who was not at the funeral that knew Laura? Dr. Jacoby. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of so he's a psychiatrist, right? He's I don't wanna say he's a hack, but I think he just does the job to do the job, and he doesn't really care. But Laura, when he came to her, he felt what she was feeling, I guess, is a good way to put it, and he did really try to help her. No, well, and what Josie's saying is exactly what Benjamin wants. I mean, she comes off to be, like, not all that with it, I guess, but in the last couple episodes, we've seen that she knows what's going on. Because in the first couple episodes, they don't play her off like that. So her character is already changing that much. So she knows exactly what they want. So basically, like I don't know what do you even call it at their funeral? But it's at the Great Northern, and Leland's obviously having a hard time. So I always found it interesting at this scene. Like, where's his wife? Where's Sarah at right now? I always find that really interesting that he's here by himself. Now remember too, he's a lawyer, so he was working for Benjamin Horn, but since the death of his daughter, he's he really doesn't work for him right now, or if he does, he's he's not doing much, and that is the end of episode 4. So, um, you know, as far as supernatural parts of the show, we didn't get too much in this episode, but you can definitely see there's some of that mystery. Just it kind of surrounds more than one or two things. Sheriff Truman talks about how the forest is dark and how some strange things happen, and they're trying to they try to fight it, but they don't really know what they're fighting. They talk about this the secret society, the Bookhouse Boys a little bit in this episode. We get a little bit more information about Jacques Renault, and yeah. So I mean, again, we're halfway through season 1. We have 4 episodes left, and you know, it just will continue on from there. So but to me, this episode, it fills in some of the stuff. It shows the reactions at the funeral, which I think is great. It shows a lot of the heart of the show, and yeah, again, we have the second half of the season. A lot more happens, obviously, and I'll be here with you guys watching this thing. So tomorrow night, 10:15 Eastern, I will be live breaking down the new Walking Dead series. So come on by and check that out. Again, I'm hoping that series is gonna be good, because I was not like a huge fan of the last few seasons of The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon show was fine. The Maggie and Negan show was fine. But I'm really hoping that Rick and Michonne, I'm really hoping the show brings it, because I'll tell you what, if this show does not do what I need to do, I might just, at some point you got to call it quits with Walking Dead. I mean, the show has been amazing, but over the last 5 years, at least, I just feel like the show has been going down, 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 and I haven't really seen it even really come back up to where it ever was. So, but tomorrow night we'll be breaking that thing down, 10:15, right here on this channel, and I will be back. If not tomorrow in the afternoon, I will probably be back on Monday night watching episode 5 of Twin Peaks. We'll continue that. I did this 4 nights in a row, and then with having a live tomorrow, I'll probably end up taking a break tomorrow on Twin Peaks. Probably be back on Monday though. So, all right, guys, let me know down in the comments if you're watching this in the rewatch. How are you enjoying the first half of season 1? Please let me know. Don't forget, down in the description of this video, you can go check out my Twin Peaks video essay I dropped today on Twin Peaks Day, February 24th, when Dio Cooper enters the town of Twin Peaks. So go ahead and check that out. And, it's 35 straight minutes of just straight knowledge, nostalgia. I was able to visit a lot of the filming locations, and the last 20 minutes of that video is epic. I mean, I'm at the Palmer house, and I am meeting with Mary Reber, who is the actress who plays Alice Tremont, who is the true owner of the house, and she allowed me to come in and film. I was there for 90 minutes. I had to cut it down for the video, 90 minutes down to 20 minutes, but I think it's well worth watching. So, don't forget to smash that like button on the way out of here tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:15 for The Walking Dead. And thank you so much for all of your love and support. Again, if you want to check out that video essay, you can either click on the link in the description or go ahead and head over to my main channel, subscribe, and then you can see the video there as well. All right, guys, have an amazing night. Once again, happy Twin Peaks Day, and I will see you guys in the next video.